Hi everyone, Jennifer Anderson here. I'm going to talk to you today about the Dave Ramsey Financial Peace Plan. This is something that my husband and I have done, and we're passionate about it. It might seem like something you can't do. There was a time when we thought that too, but trust me, we have made huge progress in our financial life by following these simple steps. Dave Ramsey's plan actually has 7 steps. But for the sake of time, we're going to cover 1 through 3. Those are the ones that get you on the road before you can tackle 4 through 7. Those are more just your lifestyle from there on out. Also, in the sense of saving time, we've only got 4 to 6 minutes, so I made up a mock budget. I used what I thought were realistic expenses and income, and those are the numbers I'm going to be using. Step 1. Save $1,000. If you have it, great. You can move on to step number 2. If you don't have it, find a way to get it. You know, you can work some extra hours. You can sell the extra car that you don't actually need, the motorcycle, the jet ski, the treadmill that no one uses. Sell it and get that money in the bank. That way, when you have a flat tire or your refrigerator burns up or, you know, you get a dead battery, those aren't something that you have to go swipe the credit card for. We're talking about paying off debt. You can't swipe credit cards and pay off debt. Once you have that done, step number 2, you're going to pay off debt using the debt snowball. First part of step number 2 is a big step, so I've broken it down into 2 parts. Part A, you got to make a budget. You have to include everything in that budget, not just your payments and your utilities. You want to list how much you're going to spend on groceries, how much you're going to spend on gas. This takes some research into your checkbook to see what you spent the last few months. You can come up with a realistic number. You're going to use cash when possible. That means for groceries, take cash with you. For gas, pay with cash. You're not going to use it, obviously, for paying your car payments and stuff like that. But having cash is going to keep you from overspending. Trust me, when we started this envelope system, you're going to have an envelope, and it's going to have your grocery money in it. You have another envelope with your gas money in it. When we started using this, it was like we got a raise. We did all this on just my husband's income alone. In less than 6 months, we paid off over $10,000 in debt. This is a doable program. Once you've done your budget, you're going to stick to that budget. In my mock budget, I came up with $450 left over to put towards paying off debt. So you're going to list who you owe. You're going to list it from the smallest balance to the largest balance, and we're going to wipe out those small balances first. That's going to allow you to take that payment and add it to another payment and get those things paid off faster. This is a list of the debts I included on my mock budget. Sears, $250, Home Depot, $500, Ford, $10,500, and GM, $23,000. That's a lot of debt, but we're going to take care of it. Extra money here, that's what I was talking about, the $450. So your first month, looky here, you're going to pay $15 of what is budgeted towards a regular payment to Sears. You only need $235 to pay that sucker off. Go ahead and pay that off. Chop up that card and don't use it again. Then you still have $215 left. You can put on Home Depot. Come to your second month. This is your snowball. It's getting bigger. You've added the $15 Sears payment now to the $450. So now you have $465 to add towards your debts. Home Depot, I'm pretending that this is one of those interest-free things to make it easier, but I have calculated interest. I looked up an amortization table, and I have calculated what your interest payments would be. So these are realistic. You're going to pay the $25 monthly payment, and then you're going to use of this $465, $235 of it pays that one off. And look, you have $230. You're already tackling your first car payment. Month number 3, your snowball's getting bigger and your list is getting shorter. That's beautiful. You only have 2 things listed now. Your snowball is now $490. We're going to start tackling forward. You pay the $250 and you add $490 to it. It's going to take you a little while, but you're paying 3 times your monthly payment almost. That's going to pay that off fast. Not only that, once you've done that, you're going to tackle GM. You're going to pay $385 of your regular payment. $250 from up here plus the $490, all is going to get funneled into GM. You're going to be paying over $1,000 a month on GM. You can get that paid off fast. Now you can move on to step number 3. It sounds daunting. 3 to 6 months living expenses is a lot of money, but it's not as much as it used to be when you had car payments and credit card payments. My mock budget, monthly expenses were $3,800. I subtracted all of those debts we no longer pay. It's now $3,125. So I took an average of 3 and 6 months and came up with $14,060 is what we need. $450 was your original snowball amount. $675 is what you used to pay on debt payment every month. Now you have $1,125 to put towards that $14,060. It's going to take you a little over a year, 12 and a half months, and you're going to have that put aside for emergencies, big emergencies, like losing jobs. Hopefully that never happens, but you want to be prepared. You're now done with steps 1 through 3. You can move on. You have stayed out of debt. You didn't go back in debt. Now you're ready to do step 4. Invest money in your retirement, 15%. Then you're going to worry about college funding. We don't want our kids to have to take care of us when we're retired, so we're going to do that first. Then we're going to have to do their college funding. Then we're going to move on to step number 6 and pay off our house. It's going to be easier now that we've got all this money coming in that we're not paying for cars. Step number 7, you're going to build wealth and give. You're going to give back to the community and to society in general. You're going to feel good about it too, because now you can do it, you can afford it, you can help other people, and you've got a much more rewarding life than you did when all of your paycheck went to car payments and house payments and credit card payments. This is something, like I said, has changed our life. I highly recommend everyone look into Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace Plan. It worked wonders for us, and I believe it will work wonders for you too.